Hey there, friends. Welcome to your weekly energy update. I'm excited for your week ahead. It's looking like there's going to be a little bit of healthy differentiation process that's happening that comes out the other side, allowing for some serious confidence, creativity, and self-knowing, self-assuredness. So if you haven't subscribed, do so down below. You can also jump into my email cycle where I send out both these videos as well as other interesting content. So let's jump right on in and take a look. So the first card that's coming out for you is one of our lovely major arcana cards. And as you've heard me say before, this tends to mean that it has a more significant way of showing up in your life right now. This is a powerful archetypal energy that likely will play out over a period of time. And specifically with this one here, the Hanged Man, it's a sign that a perceptual shift is happening in your life. You maybe got some new information from the people around you, or you had some kind of insight that's changing the way that you experience yourself, maybe reality, maybe a big choice or option in your life. Now, this is something that could have happened within the last couple of months. It could be something that's happening right now, and you're in the process of being hung upside down and going like, whoa, my world, my universe is shifting quite a bit. It could also be something that's going to happen this week, but one way or another, the way that you are seeing things, the way that you're seeing yourself is going to begin to change. Now, this is in a positive direction, but like anything, if you're being hung upside down or you're doing some sort of yoga posture, it might be a little bit uncomfortable at the start. But I can promise you that this is a movement towards greater realization, greater perspective on the world. This might have something to do for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere with us heading into spring. Maybe you've been in a little bit of a cocoon mode, or you've sort of been set in your ways for a little while, and something is starting to get shaken loose, which opens up both new energy. It also might open up a little bit of discomfort. Now, the reason that I'm saying that there could be a little bit discomfort is because your second card for the week ahead is our Page of Swords. And let's just take a look at the imagery in the Page of Swords. So this woman is in a field. There's you can tell that the wind is blowing quite a bit. The tree is even bowing a little bit. And you can just look at her posture. She's prepared for battle. She's sort of, yeah, she's got a very intense look on her face, and the sword is prepared to strike if need be. Now, I think of the Page of Swords as a differentiation process. It's when things are complicated and moving, and there's a little bit of uncertainty or confusion, and you actually need to kind of attack that rather than just let it blow you around. And what I mean by attack that is use your insights, use your clarity to start to differentiate between what's true and what's just BS. What's good for you and what maybe you've been told is good for you. It's a period of creating greater clarity in your life. Now, the way that these two relate to each other is, oh my gosh, we're changing perception. Things are shifting. There are new insights coming in, but there's a bit of a change process. Well, that's bound to kick up some dust. It's bound to kick up the wind. Things are going to get blown around a little bit. And so part of this week, it's a great week to do some extra organizing. It's a great week to do spring cleaning or to sit down and journal and get your priorities a little bit more clarified. It's a good week to sort out the wheat from the chaff, right? Find what is actually nutritive, resourcing of value, and start to get rid of the stuff that doesn't necessarily fit. Now, this can sometimes show up as somebody that is actually in your life. So this could be somebody that is helping you to create a little bit more clarity. This could be somebody that you speak to that helps you sort of clarify your thinking on something. I happen to be one of those type of people who through speaking with others, I'm able to clarify my perspective, or through journaling, I'm able to clarify my perspective. I also, from sitting and doing meditation, sometimes post meditation, there will be some moments where I'm just sitting with the different thoughts that are there and following them until they start to make more sense, having a bit of a conversation in my mind. So that's all good and natural that things are getting turned upside down a little bit in a healthy way that probably will allow for a bit more insight to come in and more realization, understandings, particularly if there's something that's felt a little confusing or you've been sort of in a cycle. Something's going to break open and you're going to have to sort of navigate how to come to clarity, but clarity will come. So your final card for the week is our Queen of Wands. And I love the Queen of Wands, as you well know, if you've been watching this for some time, simply because her symbolism is so Jungian. It's very alchemical, where she's made friends with the dark cat, which represents the what is the name in alchemy? It's the Negredo, or the prima materia, which is the stuff that we all have that is in our unconscious, that maybe comes from our own injuries, maybe it's from past lives, maybe it's from our family line. It's the stuff that we don't want to look at. It's the stuff that maybe is scary or uncomfortable. Well, she's made friends with that through this differentiation process, through this process of clarifying things. Something is going to come to light that allows you to say yes to yourself at a deeper level. Now, why is it important to say yes to yourself at a deeper level? Like, who cares? Well, that's you unifying your energy. That's you unifying your capacity to be holistically present in your life. When there's something that's not allowed to be here, it's like there are all these parts of you, and then there's this part that's over here. And it takes a lot of energy to keep that part over here, out of sight, out of mind, out of relationships, etc. Well, if you start to clarify why something needs to be left over here, or if something in your life starts to make more sense, this can actually come closer, and it takes less energy out of your everything that you're doing in your life. And therefore, there's more creative potential. There's more availability for you to show up in your life and in your relationships and in everything else that's going on. So the Queen of Wands is magnetic because she has a certain kind of coherence that comes from fragmentation being mended. It's when the whole system is online. And as a result, she feels very confident in herself. She feels very rested in who she is, and she feels very creative. People are attracted to her because she knows herself deeply. So as a result of this week, as this process moves forward, and I would highly recommend, maybe when I say attacking it, I mean intentionally going towards clarifying some of the different pieces in your life that maybe are ready to start to be unified. Because as a result, you're going to feel a big sigh of release, a big sigh of relief that maybe comes with a release, and a lot of energy for your own creative process. You might feel sort of radiant by the end of the week. This is going to be a really lovely one. So thanks for tuning in with me. I'll be reaching out again, I'm sure. And as always, I love connecting with you, and I look forward to doing so again soon. Take care.